There's so much being done about the girl child in Nigeria and across the world, and it is very important. Also, it is politically correct. It is very popular to talk about the girl child. So there's always this discussion about the girl child. And so when I learned of this organization that is working towards the welfare of the boy child, I said, yes, I must participate in this. And I would like to introduce myself just a little bit to tell you why I think I should talk on this subject, because the length and breadth of this country is not new to me. I've practiced here for 40 years now, traveled every nook and corner of Nigeria, and I have seen how various NGOs, individuals have made efforts towards the development of people in the rural areas, especially children, and especially so much effort has been made on the girl child, and which is not known to people across the world. I've had discussions with international NGOs informing them that the level of literacy and care given to the girl child in Nigeria is so much more than what is projected in the outside world. But now we are now going into a subject that is very important, because the boy child has largely been ignored. And I know apart from this organization, there are many other people who are making effort in this direction. But we must not forget that when children are growing up, whether it is a girl or a boy, they go through the same circumstances. Biologically, they are different, but they live in the same family, the same street. But then the way, because of the values of society, the way they are treated is so different. If a boy falls down and gets injured and he cries, the first thing he's told is, don't cry, you are a boy, you are going to be a man. So now he learns to hide his emotions. And this happens in every family. All of us have seen this around us. And it's strange, because at that stage, the boy and the girl are equally weak. And then he is also told of all the responsibilities that he is expected to take care of as he grows up. You have to take care of your wife, you have to take care of your mother, you have to take care of your sisters, you have to be a leader, you have to be strong because you are a man. The thing is that, you see, people do not realize that when that child is small, he is no different in his weakness, in his challenges, as compared to the girl child. And in as much as God has made the boy and the girl different, they have different roles to play. They are equal, but they are different. And they will each grow up to understand their roles in society, but they must be prepared accordingly. And I think the mothers, especially in African society, in Asian society, they do very well in grooming the girls. There's so much emphasis on them, on taking care of this household core and that core, but the boy, he goes out into the street, he plays, and then he has his peer group with him. Now, if they are playing football and one of them falls and is injured and he starts crying, the other boys will laugh at him because they will say he is weak. So he grows up to think that I am not supposed to cry, I am not supposed to share my emotions because I am a boy, and a strong boy is not supposed to cry. And I am growing up, I am going to be a man, and a man is so strong that he can take anything. He is not going to have any problem, so he should always pretend that everything is okay. But here you see a fundamental mistake is made. You see, I have seen the transition of medical care in Nigeria from the mid-80s to now, 40 years. And I can tell you that when I started my medical career, and I graduated from Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, and I started working as a resident in Teaching Hospital, Maiduguri, we did not have a single case of drug addiction. For literally from 1985 to 1990, we did not see any drug addiction. And now we see this almost daily. And almost all of the drug addiction affects the boys. So we have gone wrong somewhere in our training of these boys when they're young. So I don't want this to be a speech. I want to talk about this from a point of view of a father and a doctor. The young boys and girls, I will tell you, like when my first child was born, This was just around the time when social and digital media was coming in. So, and then the screens were coming in where internet was there, you could access anything, and we were worried, you know. We said, how are we going to control him now? Because you are worried about, you know, when we were young in the 70s, when we are going out into the street, our mother tells her, don't play with that boy, don't go here, you know. But here, that boy is in the phone. In fact, boys from across the world are on that phone. The boy is able to access almost anything, connect with almost anyone. So we were worried. We said, how are we going to control him? How are we going to prevent him from bad influence? So we came to a conclusion, and we decided that the best way to do this is let us be his best friend. Because the children learn bad things from their peers in the street. And because there is, you see, sometimes parents, in an attempt to train their boys, make the house a courtroom, punishment, shouting. So this boy now becomes scared of the parents. So if he does something wrong, he is not going to share it with you. But if you are your child's best friend, that child is going to share everything with you. So that means you have to be very patient. And this is what we did with the first child. We said, okay, if he makes a mistake, don't chastise him now. He doesn't have to fear us. Let him come to us and tell us that he's made this mistake. And then if we play it down, next time he makes a mistake, he will still come back. And I actually experienced this in my personal life, because as soon as he started going to school, if he did something wrong, he will actually come and share it with us. So, and this happened with the other two children too. And up to now, they are grown-ups. But if they do something good, they share it with us. If they do something bad, they also share it with us. So the thing is, they don't have a better friend than us. Otherwise, what happens is when a child is distressed about something, and then he goes out and somebody says, look, if you do this, if you take this drug, you will feel great, you know. He now falls for this, and he's afraid that if I tell my dad, he's going to stop me. Whereas if he has so much confidence in you that you are his best friend, he will come and share it with you. So I think the initiative, of course, if you professionally go into this, I don't want to make this a professional speech. From a medical point of view, there are so many practical steps to be taken, so much society and parents can do. But I think primarily the first thing is that parents and even other relatives should be the best friends of their children. Your child must never find a friend in the street who he thinks of his welfare better than you. Once you do that, your child will listen to you. Even if he makes a mistake, he will come back to you and you will be able to guide him. Secondly, for boys, I think it is very important that we should not start making them men when they are very young. You know, don't start impressing upon them that you have this They are the same, boys and girls. They will grow up to learn their responsibility. When they become husbands, when they become professionals, they will know what the society Just make them strong when they are young. Make them emotionally strong. Make them strong enough to take challenges, to be able to share challenges. One of the major problems that boys face is that when they encounter a problem, they don't want to share it with others. They don't know who to share it with. They are not sure. So the parents, they are afraid of them. The peer group, they think that they will think they are weak, so they keep it bottled inside them. So basically, these boys, if you are close to them, train them to be good human beings. Let them know that it's okay to be weak, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to share and seek advice. And ultimately, the most important advice should come from their own parents. And right up to the time they grow into adults, even when they are married, they should know that their parents are not just feeding them and paying them their school fees. Emotionally, they are there with them. And I think if we do that, we will build a generation of young boys who will grow into sensible men. You don't have to breed strong men. Sensible men, rational men who understand the problems of others and who can share their own problems with others. And I think that will go a long way in building a society that is built on values.